My name is Andrew Bohn. I'm the CEO of Ocean Logistics and the chairman of the Vanuatu Shipping Association. The topic that we are dealing with at the moment in the industry is who owns and operates the wharfs and the jetty infrastructure in Vanuatu. It's not clear. Ports and Harbour, I think, are probably the correct owners of the wharf infrastructure at the national level. However, in the islands, it gets a little bit unclear. We have provincial governments in Malampa and Tafea who assess fees at Litz Wharf for Malampa and in Linica Wharf for Tana. And we also now have Luganville municipality attempting to implement some wharfage or port fees as well. So you've got now at the municipal level, the provincial level, and the national level with different entities assessing port fees. And I think a call to action for the Vanuatu government is that we need to streamline this. It's something that the Vanuatu Maritime Safety Authority should be looking at, and in consultation with the Department of Ports and Harbour. I believe the correct owner of all the wharf infrastructure in Vanuatu should be under the Ministry of Infrastructure and Public Utilities, and being the Department of Ports and Harbour being the owner of the wharf. And then I think that government agency government department would be the correct agency or department that should be assessing port fees. Another thing that the Vanuatu shipping industry would like to see is that the port fees are structured in such a way that there is money being reinvested into the wharfs. So what we're looking for particularly is improvements, upgrades that could come in the form of bollards, where we tie our ropes to the wharf, fendering on the wharfs, which many of the wharfs do not have. It could be solar lighting, it could be security, it could be traffic control during loading and unloading, like high traffic times during vessel calls. So there are services that could be provided at wharfs, fresh water, supply of fresh water. So I think the port fees that are assessed should be tied to services that are provided and not just used as a revenue collection method, which is, I believe, what the provincial governments of Malampa and Tafea provinces are doing at the moment. Essentially, they're just trying to raise revenue, and that's fine, understood, but I don't think the shipping industry is a place that we need to be assessing extra fees. What's going to happen is the ship owners will pass those fees on to the end consumer, and we already have a situation in Vanuatu where shipping is very expensive. So I don't think it's a sound government policy for the government to continue to be assessing fees on the shipping companies, who are eventually just going to pass them on to the end consumer anyways. The call to action, the very clear call to action, would be for the Price Control Board to look at this, for the Vanuatu Maritime Safety Authority to step in as the regulator, and for the Department of Ports and Harbour to take control of the wharf infrastructure, to be held responsible for the maintenance of our national wharf infrastructure, as limited as it is. But we're hopeful over the next years. Obviously, we're doing a lot of lobbying to build more wharf infrastructure, so we need to structure it now so that the Department of Ports and Harbour looks after all of the wharf infrastructure in the islands, not just Port Vila and Santa. So, thank you, mas.